No, no more grapes, please. Oh, hi everyone. So I have a cold today, and this is not like a sketch or anything. I really do have a cold. Marina's taking very good care of me, though. Anyway, so I really do not feel up to recording a randomizer today. The good, in inverted commas, news is, I'll let you in on a little secret. I record the actual episode, commentaries before the introductions in most cases. So I already have an episode in hand, and we'll play that. So here's one I recorded earlier, which is sure to be near the top of everybody's wish list for a randomizer appearance. It's The Protectors, and it's Implicado. Well, for what you're about to hear, or perhaps even not hear, I do apologise. The Protectors, Series 2. Now, I do enjoy The Protectors. I do think it's a pretty good show. I just have a huge memory block on so much of the second series, and in particular the European episodes. And we're opening with a fairly glamorous location. Peter Firth and Patrick Mower are in a car. I think we're in Spain. I would guess Madrid. And
out of the way.
We are on a building site. And it's the sort of thing, it's the kind of building site you could find, somewhere in Hackney. It's exotic location filming. Spain! A building site in Spain. Anyway, there's a chap pulled up in a car, told another chap to get out and go see Patrick Mower. And I should explain, the episode title came up, and I have no memory of what this is about at all. Which doesn't bode well. And I know I've seen it, but as I say, the Protector Series 2 Europe episodes are just this sort of black hole of memory for me. I know I've seen them all, but of all the Jerry Anderson episodes that I've seen, Protector Series 2 is by far the episode that has stayed in my memory the least. Anyway, Patrick Mower is showing a briefcase presumably full of money to the mob boss's henchman. He's swapped it for a package of something. Meanwhile, Peter Firth, who looks very young in this, is waiting at the car, fiddling with a camera. It's all go, this opening, as you can probably tell.
Who is that boy?
I don't know, Patron. He must be one of Raphael's runners.
He had a camera.
Shall I go back, Patron?
No. Do it later.
Once we both have our own natural voices back. I mean, neither of us is not dubbed, are we? Oh dear. So now Patrick Mower is hiding the suspicious package somewhere on the building site. And Peter Firth is still fiddling with his little camera. And he looks so young in this. I mean, I've seen him in things, made around this time. But, for those people who are, know him more from things like Spooks, which I believe is called MI5 in the States, possibly. Oh, he just looks like a teenager. So Patrick Mower has hidden the suspicious package in the toilet. I think he's taken a little bit for himself, though. Not good. Anyway, this opening is, it's so like we're trying to ape the traditional ITC stuff, but we're having to use a lot of stock footage for this. I mean, I know that the helicopter shot is taken from Russia with Love. I don't know what the shot of the bridge exploding is from, but that's turned up in a few things. I believe the car flipping over was an accident that was shot for this show. Oh, Tony Barwick wrote this one. Okay. Was this before or after he went insane? Because if it's before... So now our criminal Patrick Mower and his Peter Firth little pal have gone to a cafe, but a couple of police cars are pulled up outside. This doesn't bode well. Oh, Wilmo has seen them. And swapped the little pouch that he took out, put it into Peter Firth's bag. Oh, and I think that one of the policemen here is, oh, hang on. Yeah, I think that is, Stephen Greif. Is that how you pronounce it, Stephen Greif? The first Travis of Blake 7.
He wants to know whose bag it is. Well, it's mine.
He's found
I've seen that before.
You under arrest?
a suspicious package in Peter Firth's backpack. I also noticed that there's a man behind the bar there. I can't remember his name, but he was a regular extra in UFO and Space 1999. And of course, Patrick Mower is one of only a handful of guest actors to appear in all three of the live-action ITC Anderson series. He was in UFO and Space 1999. We've already covered actually one of his episodes with All That Glisters, and surprisingly there weren't that many other actors who appeared in all three. I think
May I speak to the Contessa de Contini?
Douglas Wilmer was one, and
Mrs. Douglas.
Drew Henley was another, and of course everybody's favourite Shane Rimmer.
It's my son, Stephen.
But I imagine there were probably quite a few more extras who did all three as well. People like Alan Harris and Mike Stevens and so on.
Douglas.
Contessa, my name is Dr. Dove. I think
Dr. Dove?
to explain the situation.
Oh. So the Contessa has been phoned by a lady in the...
husband was killed instantly.
Oh, Neil Hallett will explain.
Her respiratory nerves were crushed by the impact.
Is the condition permanent?
That's too soon to say. She is not to be excited, so I can't allow you to stay too long.
All right.
No puppet shows, no balloon animals.
Mrs. Douglas, I'm Caroline de Contini. I'm here to do whatever I can.
Mrs. Douglas seems to be stuck in a sort of
Go straight to the Madrid police and try and see the boy.
iron lung machine.
Cafe where he was arrested.
Right.
Evidently she is Peter Firth's mother, I guess. And she's filled in Caroline. Caroline has now gone out to Madrid with Paul. I guess this is a Robert Vaughan-free episode in that case, then.
Stephen, are you denying that the police found cash in your bag?
No.
But you are saying you know nothing about it nor how it got there.
Yeah. Someone must have...
Planted it.
Oh, a budgie! A budgie! Oh, hello, budgie. Hello. Oh, no, don't take the... No. Oh. Bring back the budgie. Oh, we were supposed to be looking at Tony Anholt asking people questions in the background. I want to see the budgie again. There's a sweet little green budgie that a woman just reached into shot and
English.
pulled out. Aww.
Have you ever seen this boy here before?
Bye-bye, budgie.
Cerveza, por favor, frío.
It is thirsty weather for asking questions.
Ooh,
Perhaps you ask the wrong people.
that sounded like a code.
Cerveza.
But, no, not Tony. This is Paul Boucher, as played by Tony Anholt, who also played Tony Vedeschi. I do struggle to keep them separate in my mind when I'm doing these.
The man you won is Rafael Santana.
But if Robert Vaughan isn't in this one, then it's
Today, he'll be at Manzanares El Real.
it'll be nice to see Tony get a... No, not Tony. Yes, Tony playing Paul get a bit more to do. I'm sorry. I'm in over my head here. This is vaguely starting to come back to me. I mean, I know I must have seen this about, 2 or 3 times over the years, but I don't know what it is, but nothing about the European-based episodes of The Protectors really stays in my head. Which is a shame, because some of them look really nice. So Paul just stopped off to get directions from a waiter who, once Paul drove away, gave a little suspicious look to the camera. Madrid just seems to be populated with shifty waiters, according to this show. Paul is now seems to be at a reservoir that obviously isn't a place where he can meet anybody, because he can't get in there. So, oh, okay. 3-point turn away from the reservoir, but he actually backed into the fence there. Oh, Tony Anholt, you're such a good guy, and I'm criticising you for your driving. Not that I could do better, but, you know, if you hit the fence, it may be time for a retake. Anyway, after that interlude of Paul going to the wrong place, I guess, he now seems to be in the right place. He has found Patrick Mower's car. And Patrick Mower himself just sort of sat out in the desert, getting sloshed. And he's wearing a fabulous hat.
I'm looking for Rafael Santana. Why? I want to talk to him.
He isn't here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Patrick Mower has gone into hiding,
Give him a message, will you?
pretending to be someone he's
Who
not.
shall I say the message is from?
Just a friend. A friend of Stephen Douglas.
Oh. Shouldn't have said that.
I think perhaps it is better that you give him the message yourself.
Here.
So, Paul's been handed a bottle, and, oh, now someone's taking shots at him. I don't think that's Patrick Mower doing that, but oh, Paul's been hit in the shoulder. Ah, there's a guy in a white top. Several guys in white tops. They've got him surrounded. Oh, this is quite skillfully directed, I think. There's lots of, it's lots of long shots. Oh. And now we cut back to Tony Anholt, clearly in a studio, several months after all the location stuff was recorded, standing on a sand pit. Oh. And Patrick Mower got away.
Ow!
Does that hurt?
Yes.
Oh, well, nothing's broken. But you'll have a nasty bruise in the morning.
Oh, she kissed him.
Could have been worse.
I do like it when one of the regulars doesn't turn up for this show, actually, because it's kind of like it gives a slightly different dynamic when it's just the Contessa and Paul, or just Harry and Paul.
Polite refusal to interfere. They say it is a police matter. In the meantime, I did get this.
Who is he?
I don't know, but he's been following me all day.
Ah, it's a photo of the chauffeur of the car that turned up at the building site.
Yeah. I worked for him.
Then I think you'd better start at the beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Wait, if he didn't tell her about...
The boy has told me the whole story, Harry.
Oh, Robert Vaughan's turned up.
He apparently loses his...
Okay, it's only, halfway through the episode. He finally decided to get out of bed and join us today.
The boy's very worried.
Had a very hearty breakfast before he showed up for this episode.
Sympathetic ear.
He then tells the boy he might just be able to help him. Perhaps even earn himself some extra money.
Yeah, I thought, how did they find out about Patrick Mower if Peter Firth didn't tell them?
The boy becomes a runner.
You're right. And when he
Again, this is one of the dangers of waffling over something that I'm not entirely
Santana simply tells him, narcotics.
100% familiar with. I kind of waffle over important information and don't notice when I've done it.
He's trapped. All he can do is go on working for Santana to earn enough money to buy his ticket home. You know, I think we ought to put a little pressure on Senor Santana.
Okay by me.
Do I have to do anything? Because I'm not in the mood for doing anything this week. I mean, I'm only just now appearing in the episode. Anyway, they're now staking out the cafe, and Patrick Mower is back. Sadly, the budgie is not.
Have that one on me, Santana.
Ooh. Oh, and Paul failed again. Oh, God. He just got shoved out of the way and landed on his bad shoulder. So after a brief car chase, they've... Mower's pulled over just round the corner, really, and Harry and the Contessa are giving chase on foot. Went up some stairs. Now they've gone down some stairs.
Well, we lost.
Oh well. We tried.
It'll be difficult to find, but we still have this.
Oh yes, the picture of the chauffeur of the naughty bad man. Who has just found Patrick Mower. Oh, then he's put on his black fedora so you know he means business.
Where's the boy?
Good boy.
The boy with the camera.
Oh, he's gone back to England. I just used him.
Lies.
Oh, we're at the
Please.
Who are the people following?
boss's headquarters now, I guess. Giving Moa the full lamp in the face treatment. Oh, it's too bad. He's given a nod to the henchman with the fabulous moustache and the even more fabulous pink tie with flowers on.
They seem to think that...
He's brought out his gun. Is this the end of Patrick Moa? But he's got to annoy us all in all the glisters.
What are you going to do?
The henchman's even got a pink handkerchief. Whoa! Action, Moa! Straight out the window. Okay.
That was the place you were at just before you were arrested.
Well, Patrick Moa's pretty good at escaping from people in this.
What kind of a car was it?
Big one. Expensive, you know, limousine.
With someone in it who obviously didn't want to be photographed.
But there was no film in the camera.
Okay. I may be able to obtain your release, but I'll need your cooperation.
So, where's Moa off to now in his little red car? Back to the building site. Oh, of course, to pick up the thing he put in the... he hid a little package in the tank of the toilet in a little empty house. And it's still there.
Phew! I've been looking for you everywhere. This was my last hope, and I've been waiting here hours.
I know what you have done.
I don't understand all this. What's happened to you?
To kill you. How did you get away from the police?
They let me go.
Let you go?
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm starting to see why I didn't remember this, because it is very sort of standard drug smuggling plot. But
Where's the camera?
Peter Firth and particularly Patrick Moa are really really saving this, I think. Because Patrick Moa is one of those actors where you see his name come up and I think, oh, and then I look at actually what he's doing, and
I will make him tell you about the camera.
He's really pretty good. He's got a bit of a sort of demented energy with this character. He's so desperate to get himself off the hook that he's quite willing to
We'll meet you there.
to basically set Peter Firth up for anything in order to get him to take the fall. And, you know, it is kind of disappointing to me to see these Series 2 Protectors episodes come up on the Randomiser just because I am so unfamiliar with them. But, you know, we've got to get through them. We've got to get through all of them. And I think this is only like our 4th episode of the Protectors on the Randomiser. So, you know, 52 total. We've got a long way to go with these. But I, as I said, I do genuinely like this show, and I know when when I conclude this, we're going to cut back to Jamie and Richard going,
Patron!
I don't feel that way, but I can understand why for many Anderson fans this sort of thing is a bit of a slog, because it is just so atypical. It's unlike his normal fare. Anyway,
Patron! I brought the boy! He's here!
Moa has dragged Firth off to what looks like a deserted warehouse or something. Throwing him around a bit because...
It was empty! I have the drugs!
Oh, Patrick Moa is just freaking out while all Robert Vaughn is doing is walking slowly towards him. But of course Patrick Moa thinks that this is somebody come to kill him. Because everybody's tried to kill him today.
There is a misunderstanding. See my gun?
See his bracelets and his open shirt.
Please! Here is your shipment. Take it. Please, Patron. I could have run.
Oh.
I've always worked well for you. Don't kill me. Please, please don't.
So he thinks it's the mob boss. But of course it's... I think we were supposed to not guess that was Robert Vaughn, even though they showed his face, but then he took his hat off and it's like, oh, right. That's it. Moa's off to Spanish prison, and Peter Firth, is also being manhandled by somebody. Oh, they even got the head gangster and his henchman as well, outside, off screen. Well, this is all I'm not. I don't. I'm not. The word I'm looking for is not satisfying as such, but you know, it ties up the loose end. And Peter Vert's back in England. Oh no.
Over here, darling.
Ah, she's out of her iron lung and into her blue dress.
She's making excellent progress. May I thank you on her behalf?
Because she's an ungrateful cow and she won't thank you at all. Ah, and anyway, that was Implicado. Is that how I pronounce it, by the way? Is that Implicado or Implicado? I don't know. And that was, well, I can kind of see why it hasn't stuck in my memory, but yeah, Policeman at Cafe, Stephen Greif, only had one scene. For what it was okay, you know. There are a few worse episodes of The Protectors, not many, but there are many more, much better ones to come.